Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and leadership, welcome to the Capitol Theater and the 15th Annual Commencement Ceremony of Pacific Northwest University of Health Sciences. The academic processional will begin shortly. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the ceremonial mace carried by Dr. Julie Randolph-Habecker, Chair of the Faculty Senate. The arrival of the mace marks the official opening of this commencement ceremony. We ask that you remain standing for the academic procession, including the faculty and members of the platform party, followed by the national anthem.
Please join me in singing. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. I'm Dr. Mike Middleman. I'm the very proud president of Pacific Northwest University, and we're honored by the presence of our graduates, families, faculty, staff, military leaders, and guests, and frankly, we're grateful to share this important moment with you. I now have the privilege of honoring the land on which PNWU sits and its original stewards with the PNWU Land Acknowledgement. PNWU recognizes that long before our founders had a vision for a health sciences university in Yakima, the land where the university is built has been cared for from time immemorial by the 14 confederated tribes and bands of the Yakima Nation. We stand unified in our reverence for the land and all the elements of nature that make up our campus. At this time, I invite our board chair, Kevin Van Nordwick, to join me at the podium.
Thank you, President Middleman. Before we continue, the Board of Trustees would like to take a moment to acknowledge the recent passing of our colleague and friend, Elder Davis Yellowash Washines. Elder Washane served on the PNW Board of Trustees for 6 years and offered wise counsel, steady leadership, and a deep commitment to both the Yakima Nation and this university. In recognition of his service and the many ways he shaped our community, I ask you to please join us in a moment of silence. Thank you. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, it is my privilege to congratulate the graduating class of the College of Osteopathic Medicine. But before we commence this ceremony, I'd like to recognize the collaborative efforts of my fellow trustees. We are a volunteer board, and it is an honor to support PNWU with our time, experience, and energy. We are fully engaged in this process and content to be a behind-the-scene group of caring individuals who have been blessed with the experience and opportunity to help guide this amazing university. Our greatest reward, though, is being part of moments like today, recognizing the extraordinary work of our leadership, faculty, staff, and most importantly, our graduates, many of whom will eventually be practicing in rural and underserved areas of the Pacific Northwest. Today, we recognize the dedication, discipline, and perseverance that brought you to this moment. You have prepared for a profession that calls for both clinical excellence and deep respect for the people and communities that you serve. As you move on to residency training, you carry forward practicing values that define this institution: collaboration, integrity, and commitment to continuous learning. These principles will guide you as physicians and leaders in an ever-changing healthcare environment. The Board of Trustees is proud of what you have accomplished and confident in what lies ahead. We believe in your ability to meet challenges with skill, empathy, and sound judgment, and to make a meaningful impact throughout your careers. Congratulations, class of 2026. Next, we have the military promotion ceremony.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Pacific Northwest University of Health Sciences College of Osteopathic Medicine Military Promotion Ceremony. It is fitting that we hold this ceremony on the third Saturday of May, the date we celebrate Armed Forces Day. It is a day nationally to pay tribute to the men and women who serve in our nation's armed forces. I am honored to welcome you to this special ceremony recognizing 10 of our graduating students on the occasion of their military promotions. Today, we pause to acknowledge not only their academic achievements, but also their service, leadership, and commitment to our nation. I'm honored to welcome the Dean of the Com, Dr. Thomas Dengelis.
Good afternoon. Today we are honored to recognize a group of students whose commitment extends beyond the classroom and clinic. These individuals have chosen a path of service that reflects deep dedication, not only to medicine, but to our country. It is both a privilege and a point of pride for us to witness this moment as these students take the next step in their professional and military journeys. At this time, I invite the following students to join me on stage as we acknowledge their military promotions and welcome them into a long-standing tradition of service and leadership. Army Second Lieutenant Kiana Chinen, being promoted to captain. Army Second Lieutenant Seth. We have 9 more, so. Army Second Lieutenant Seth Corvisto, being promoted to captain. Army Second Lieutenant James Schaub, being promoted to captain. Army Second Lieutenant Joshua Vandermartin, being promoted to captain. Army Second Lieutenant Andrew Wright, being promoted to captain. Army Second Lieutenant Shung Hao Zhou, being promoted to captain. Navy Ensign Tanner Chase, being promoted to 03 Lieutenant. Air Force Second Lieutenant Nolan Carroll, being promoted to Captain. Air Force Second Lieutenant Mason Please, being promoted to Captain. Air Force Second Lieutenant Brittany Plummer, being promoted to Captain. Ladies and gentlemen, standing before you are 10 exceptional individuals who embody the highest ideals of service, dedication, and leadership. Their commitment and patriotism are unwavering. In choosing to serve during a time when global tensions remain high, to say the least, they demonstrate uncommon courage. Should they be called into combat zones, we take comfort in knowing that both soldiers and civilians will be in some of the most caring and skilled and compassionate hands. We are deeply proud of them, as are their families who beam with well-earned pride today. Officers, please know that everyone at PNWU holds you in the highest esteem. It is our great honor to welcome you into the profession, not only as doctors, but as officers and colleagues. At this time, I invite the pinners to join us on stage next to the graduate as their names are read. Kiana Chinen being pinned by her husband, Michael Chinen, and her grandfather, Albert Porras. Seth Koivisto being pinned by his wife, Annika Koivisto. James Schaub being pinned by his grandparent, Eric Dorndorf, and his wife, Rachel Fulton. Joshua Vander Martin being pinned by his mother, Laura Fowle, and his spouse, Sachiko Vander Martin. Andrew Wright being pinned by his mother, Mary Wright, and his father, Phil Wright. Chung Ho Zhou being pinned by his father, Shai Angdong Zhou, and his mother, Shai Ao Hong Zhong. Tanner Chase being pinned by his wife, Cambria Chase. Nolan Carroll being pinned by his father, Kurt Carroll, and his mother, Mia Carroll. Mason Please being pinned by his wife, Sailor Please, and his mother, Amy Please. Brittany Plummer being pinned by her father, Jeff Plummer.
Before the military oath is taken, we recognize another important tradition, the pinning of rank. This ceremonial act marks the official transition of a graduate into commissioned service. Loved ones, often parents, mentors, or spouses, have the honor of pinning the rank insignia onto the uniform. It is a deeply symbolic gesture representing the support, sacrifice, and shared pride of those who help shape these future officers into the leaders that they've become. Please go ahead and pin your officers. Sorry. It is now my distinct honor to introduce the PNW President, Rear Admiral Michael Middleman. Rear Admiral Middleman served 33 years in the United States Navy Medical Service Corps. Rising to the rank of Rear Admiral, he served as the Deputy Surgeon General of the Navy and held key leadership positions such as the Command Surgeon for the U.S. Joint Forces Command and the United States Pacific Command Surgeon. It is with great pleasure to welcome Rear Admiral Michael Middleman.
Thanks, Dr. Moore. I can see somebody out there. Serving in the military is a commitment to something larger than yourself. It's a commitment to exemplify a set of values and moral imperatives that our nation demands of us, probably more so than ever now. The profession of arms demands that its leaders protect and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. By joining this profession, these officers have bound themselves to these enduring principles. To reaffirm the commitment that each of these officers have made in choosing to serve their country, I will be administering the oath of office in a few minutes. It's important to note that the military oath is more than a tradition. It's a solemn promise. The oath was developed, frankly, in 1789, and it has gone through different iterations over the years. And it serves as a cornerstone of the military's professional responsibility, ensuring officers are dedicated to upholding the principles of the nation that we all serve. In taking this oath, the young officers before you affirm a commitment that is enduring, selfless, and deeply patriotic. With these words, service members pledge not to an individual or a position, but to the Constitution and the ideals it represents, which makes us unique as Americans. It is a vow to serve with honor, to lead with integrity, and defend our nation, even at great personal sacrifice. Today, we recognize not only these young men and women's achievement, but also the extraordinary responsibility they willingly accept. Do solemnly swear
Thank you, Rear Admiral Middleman, for leading this meaningful transition of the oath and pinning. Now we will celebrate two time-honored military traditions of the salute and the silver dollar handshake. The pinners are excused from the stage at this time. At this time, we'll welcome Dr. Sean Hancock. So each newly commissioned officer will receive a PNWU Challenge coin. Originally, the purpose of the Challenge coin was to provide an identity and status for individuals that are in a military unit so that they could prove that they were actually members of that unit. This evolved into a tradition of recognition and origin for many members in the military. Today, this coin symbolizes your lifelong connection to PNWU and your beginning in military medicine, and should be carried or displayed with pride. The second tradition is the silver dollar salute, and this gesture honors the tradition of leadership across the military, and especially a tradition of deep respect for the non-commissioned and the enlisted members of the military that support us and are partners with us and mentors with us every day. Each officer receives their first salute from an enlisted service member, represented for all the services by our own Dr. Sean Hancock, retired Chief Petty Officer, Hospitalman. This presents a silver dollar in gratitude, a gesture honoring that tradition in leadership. And now to our new officers, congratulations. You embody the very best of PNW, and we are immensely proud of you. You're joining a long line of military officers that have graduated that have participated in PNW over the past 20 years. We wish you safety, strength, and honor in all that lies ahead.
I'm back. So board members, distinguished faculty, Dr. Bono, honored guests, families and friends, most importantly our graduates again, welcome. To our newly commissioned officers, who I think are in the middle of changing right now, congratulations. They have really chosen a path to service that only 1% of the American public chooses to do. That makes them very special indeed. That path reflects not only professional excellence, but a profound commitment to serve something greater than themselves. At this time, I'd like to ask anybody in attendance who has served or is currently serving to please stand up and be recognized. Thank you for your service. As you know, service takes on many forms. For some people, it's in uniform, but for all of you out here, it's going to be through the care you're going to be providing to others. And make no mistake, every one of you is entering a profession that's rooted in service. You know, in the Navy, when an aircraft carrier flies flight operations, the Foxtrot flag is raised to indicate that aircraft are about to launch. It's both a warning and a declaration that we're launching aircraft. Get out of the way. Well, we're flying that flag here today to let people know that we're launching a new class of healthcare professionals from PNWU. We're introducing this new tradition to celebrate you as you leave our nest for your next adventure, and we want everyone to know that you're leaving, and you're off to bigger and better things. To our world-class faculty, staff, preceptors, and mentors, thank you. I'd like our faculty to please stand up and be recognized. You've prepared these graduates not only with your knowledge, but with judgment, discipline, and purpose. To the families and friends of our graduates, we know that you played a key role in this achievement. Your support, your sacrifice, and belief carried these graduates through moments when the path was anything but certain at times. And finally, to our graduates, the most important people in the room today. This ceremony isn't about a conclusion, but rather crossing a threshold. You're stepping from a structured environment into one that's far less predictable, absolutely more demanding, and frankly, much more consequential. And more than any other generation before you as providers and physicians, you enter into a healthcare system under real strain. You will have to work harder to navigate through the challenges of changing reimbursement models, a lack of social services in many of the areas you're going to practice in, and lower trust in and resistance to healthcare in general. And you're going to be the difference between access and absence. You're also going to practice in a time when healthcare is shaped not only by science, but by complexity. Social media, artificial intelligence, and other non-mediated modalities are going to be available to your patients. Dr. Bono is going to talk a little bit about this later. Gaining their trust will help to guide them as they too are bombarded by misinformation and misguided advice, but they think they know everything. You're also going to navigate rapid technological change, the infusion of AI into your own work, evolving models of care at times, and growing distrust of all these institutions and expertise. Well, the good news is we think you're ready. You're trained to think critically, to listen carefully, to act with compassion, and to ground your decisions in science. And these are not just academic skills, they're professional obligations. Many of you are going to become leaders, either formally or informally. And when that moment comes, I challenge you to do more than just manage the system that you inherit. You need to improve it. Frankly, you need to fix it. You need to expand access. You need to strengthen trust, advocate for patients who may never have a voice in the room, because if you don't do that, who will? Over the course of my career, I've learned something pretty simple. The most important question you can ask yourself at the start of any day is not, what do I need to accomplish? It's rather, whose life will you make better because I showed up? If you keep that question at the center of your work, you will not only succeed, but you're going to make a difference. PNWU graduates, this is your moment. And it's not because the world is easy, but the world, our world here in the Pacific Northwest, needs you. It needs your skill, it needs your integrity, it needs your willingness to go where others may not, and your commitment to serve. That's so important. When you first started your journey here at PNWU, you arrived with potential. Today, you're going to leave here with purpose. From this day forward, you're going to carry the mission of PNWU with you. Whether you serve in uniform, in a rural clinic, or in the community that has long needed you, you will do work that really will matter. And no matter where your path leads, PNWU is always going to be your academic home. We're going to be watching you with pride, we're going to be counting on you, and we're going to be there for every step of the way as you start your residency programs. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, and all who have supported you, congratulations. Go forward, serve well, and make a difference. God bless and Godspeed. Still me. This is the best part because I get to introduce a dear friend to you. It's my distinct honor and personal pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker and honorary degree recipient today, Vice Admiral Dr. Raquel Bono. Some may know her by reputation. She's a pioneer leader in military medicine, a national healthcare strategist, and someone who's made a career of stepping up when the stakes are highest. But to me, and those who are fortunate enough to call her a friend, she's simply Rocky. Now, Rocky and I started our Navy journeys together a long time ago in Newport, Rhode Island, at Officer Candidate School for Healthcare Professionals. While this wasn't exactly the boot camp our line officer colleagues endured, it did offer its own unique challenges. One of my favorite memories of Rocky involves competitive sailing. Remember, we're in the Navy. When our team needed someone small enough to serve as ballast and steady enough to keep us ahead of the pack, we turned to Rocky. And true to form, she helped us sail to victory. Even then, she proved what we all came to know about her. Rocky is the one you want on board with you when success depends on balance, focus, and teamwork. Now, our careers would intersect again many times when she succeeded me as the U.S. Pacific Command Surgeon and other times as well. But this is a role she took on with her signature poise and leadership. And we have a custom in the Navy that when we leave, oftentimes we'll leave an old car. Well, I handed her a well-loved car, complete with a can of spray paint to handle life's inevitable scratches, of which there are many. So leadership does come in many forms. So let me share a glimpse of Rocky's remarkable professional career. She served on the front lines during Operations Desert Storm and Desert Shield. She later commanded Naval Hospital Jacksonville, which was one of the Navy's major family practice teaching hospitals. Did a whole bunch of other things in the Navy. She was an executive assistant to the Surgeon General of the Navy. Vice Admiral Bono, who by the way is also a trauma surgeon, was the first woman to lead the Defense Health Agency as a Vice Admiral. With that job, she oversaw health care for millions of service members and their families across all of the services. When she retired as a Vice Admiral, most would have considered that a fitting capstone to an extraordinary career and just gone out to the golf course. Not Rocky. In the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, she was called upon to lead Washington State's healthcare response to the pandemic, guiding them through one of the most challenging public health crises in modern history, as you all know. And when the private sector needed that same steady leadership, Viking Cruises turned to her, appointing her as their chief healthcare officer. I don't think that was really a hardship to her. but she did do some pretty cool things. She redesigned their health protocols and safely navigate global operations as the cruise industry emerged from the pandemic. She was leading a company that is developing virtual surgical training tools, and now she's off to doing something else spectacular. From the battlefield to the boardroom, from military hospitals to international business, Dr. Rocky Bono has consistently demonstrated what true leadership really looks like. It's visionary, it's compassionate, and it's unflinching in the face of complexity. Her accolades are many: Defense Superior Service Medals, Legions of Merit, and more. But what defines her most isn't just what she's done, it's how she has done it. It is with integrity, it is with humility, it is with compassion, and an unwavering commitment to service. Her lifetime achievement doesn't disqualify her for the honor of getting an honorary degree. It exemplifies the very ideals we strive for here in every graduate who walks across the stage. So graduates, as you prepare to chart your course in an ever-changing world, you're going to hear today from someone who has led through uncertainty, embraced challenge, never lost sight of the mission to serve others, which is the most important part of this. Today, as we confer only the second honorary degree conferred by PNWU in our history, it's only fitting that it be awarded to a leader whose life work embodies service, excellence, and enduring impact. So in recognition of her outstanding contributions to military medicine, public health, global healthcare leadership, it is with great admiration and respect that Pacific Northwest University of Health Sciences bestows upon Vice Admiral Dr. Raquel Bono the degree Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Will the board chair please join me at the podium? Dr. Bono. Board Chair Von Norwick will adorn Vice Admiral Bono with the hood that symbolizes this degree, I think. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees, and by the power vested in it by the state of Washington, I now confer upon you the honorary degree, Doctor of Humane Letters, present to you from the appropriate diploma. There you go.
Thank you so much. This is so awesome. I love it. Thank you.
No, you're going to speak.
Oh, all right.
Can I sit down?
I knew that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, that's a super huge honor, and I'm really touched by that. If it's okay, I'm going to stand over here. When we took measurements earlier, if I stood behind here, all you'd see would be this wooden block with some noise coming out of it. And I also noticed that there's this cord here, so I might actually kind of step here if it's okay. And I better check my time too, okay? And Tanis, you keep me. Got you, thanks. So I'm really glad to be back here in Yakima, in Washington State. When I first became familiar with Washington State, I was under some really arduous conditions. And I'm sure some of you, all of you, have some kind of memories that we had of that time when COVID, keeping all of us kind of occupied. It is so great, though, to see how beautiful your state is. And coming here and coming back to Yakima has been a really enjoyable experience. Now, you heard a couple of stories from Dr. Middleman, and this time I'm not giving him a pass on those stories. I need to correct a couple of things. That part about the ballast on the sailboat, they took the shortest and lightest person onto the sailboat because they wanted to make sure they had enough room and clearance on the weight for the cooler that contained the adult beverages. He was making it sound like I had some kind of pivotal role on that. No, they had to have 4 members on each of the ships in the regatta, in the sailboats of the regatta, And these guys figured if they got me, then they could make up the weight in other things. So I just wanted to set the record straight on that. I also wanted just to take a few minutes, though, to congratulate the people that were promoted and were sworn your oath of office. And I can't tell you how meaningful it is that you celebrate that. And it's something that I hope you continue to do. I also wanted to remind everybody about that. I'm going to give you a few little lessons learned that I've had since I did something similar when I graduated from medical school. Into the Navy on health professions. And it was something that at the time that I took the oath of office, I didn't understand at that moment how impactful it was to wear the uniform. And I want to remind you, those that just took the oath of office, about what it means to bear true faith and allegiance, and to support the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Middleman did a great job of describing that oath and that promise and that solemn vow. What I want to remind you of, those of you that have taken that oath, when you go into your training, when you go into your military communities, people are going to be looking at you and wondering how well can they honor the oath? And is that somebody I want to pattern my behavior as a member of the military? And I just want to remind you of this because this is such a special status that you have as military officers. And I'll say this, and again, when I took the oath of office, I knew it was very solemn, but it wasn't until I was actually in uniform on a more frequent basis that I realized how closely people watch you when you are in uniform. Please do everything you can to honor your uniform and the service that you represent and the country that you represent. And I couldn't be more proud of you to make the decision that that's the route that you're going to go. I want to congratulate the family members, the spouses, the kids, all of your support systems that have joined you here today. And I want to remind you that you're only here because of them. You might have been doing some of the heavy lifting, but the people that made it possible for you to be sitting in these chairs today and being able to graduate and being able to be called doctor happened because all of the other people that are in this audience, and maybe some people who are no longer with you. So I want you to keep that in mind, because while you've just finished a very compelling and a very rigorous course of study in the time that you've been here at PNW, I do have some sobering news for you. I know it was hard, but it's just about going to get harder from here on out. I know you thought time to kick back, have a little fun, that's what the month is before you start your residencies, okay? That's it, that's all you're gonna get. But there are a couple of reasons why this is going to be even more challenging for you. And part of that is because of people like me and Dr. Middleman and others before you who have tried really hard, but not really giving you a healthcare system that's as smooth or as responsive as it could be. And I think we all have to own that, because at the end of the day, when I look back at our healthcare system, one of the things that strikes me is how many opportunities we pass on to help meet the patient where they are. And so I think I want to remind you of that part of why you're here is to help bridge the gap between your patient's best life and where they are when they come see you for help. And here's the other thing that's going to make it harder for you. I mean, not only are we putting you into a healthcare system that's clunky at best, here's the other thing that's going to make it hard for you, is you are now going to be looked upon by your patients as part of that system. And so when you meet your patients for the first time or over the course of their care, They may see you as that system, and you have to do, just like I told those of you in uniform, you have to do your best job to represent the healthcare system. Here's the other thing that's going to make it harder. You have been in classes, rotations, you've been on call for the last 4 years. And if you can think back to the day you started this, to the day you are, to this day, and think about the amount of knowledge and skills that you've acquired between then and now, you're going to realize that you're not at the same level as your patients. You know so much more. You appreciate so much more. You have much greater depth and scope than when you first started. And your patients are going to come in, and one of the things you're going to notice, and what is really difficult, is while they may sound very knowledgeable, and they may have a lot of insight into their conditions, which they do, and you need to hear that. The thing is they haven't read the same books as you have, or had the same lectures from your faculty as you have. And so they may not know that pain for acute appendicitis is supposed to be in the right lower quadrant. They may come in with this diffuse mid-abdominal pain, and it's up to you to find to make sure that you don't either diagnose it as something else, dismiss it, but recognize that because your patients haven't had the benefit of your education and your training, it may take you being a little bit more astute and mindful and compulsive about doing the deep dive on figuring out how you can best help your patient. And finally, I think one of the other things that's going to make it really challenging for health, but I think it's a double-edged sword. There is so much technology that is available to us now, and it's continuing to evolve. Your patients already know how to search the internet. They're on ChatGPT. They can put in a few choice search words, and they're going to come to you sounding very knowledgeable about their condition, and they probably are. Like I said, they don't have the same depth or scope of what you know. So help them tie that together. But in that technology and in that AI and all these evolving things, don't let that take the place of your own humanity and your own relationship with your patients. Don't let that be the surrogate for healthcare. Use that technology and that evolving knowledge wisely, and use that for the good of your patients and the system. And then the other thing that I would like to just remind everybody at this point, because you are at a real pivotal point of your career, both professionally and personally. One of the things you want to do in the month between now and when you start your residency is reconnect all the people that helped you get here. It's really important because in many times in the course of your efforts to become a doctor, you've probably had to take time away from others when you would much rather spend time with them. This is your opportunity to reconnect with them, make a few repair efforts if it's needed, but reconnect. And I think this is going to be very important for you to be able to do that in order to connect with your own humanity, which you're going to need to bring to your patient care. And one of the pieces that I think all of you will bring, which I think is something we need to be more mindful of, is just understanding what the healing touch can do for our patients. I'm so proud of all of you for the work that you've done, the hard efforts it's taken you to get to this point. I know you guys are super excited. You should be. If you're not, there might be something else going on, and maybe that might be too much information, but I think it's really important, to celebrate where you are and how you got that, and get ready for the next piece. You need to help us make our healthcare better. You need to help us find ways that we can meet our patients where they need us to be, where they deserve our care. And above all, whatever you do, continue to remain true to yourself, true to your family, and for those of you that just took the oath of office, true to your country. Thank you so much for having me here today. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Bono. She's amazing. It wasn't beer in the cooler. Yeah, I had the opportunity to go up to Fairbanks, where a bunch of our students are doing rotations, and I met an outstanding fourth-year medical student who's going to be giving you the student address, Taylor Siebenman. She's amazing, and so let me bring her up to you and let her share her wisdom with you. Taylor?
What Dr. Middleman's leaving out is that he came in the spring when it was only -20, so not quite what we got to experience in Fairbanks. My name is Taylor. I've had the privilege of being the class of 2026 president, and I would love to talk to my fellow student doctors for one last time with all of you here. So before we all went away to the wild world of clinical rotations, I, like all of my fellow student doctors, was getting a taste for hospital medicine in our simulation lab on campus. The patient, a 58-year-old mannequin, experiencing chest pain. A classmate and I were dutifully listening to a very silent chest cavity with our stethoscopes and looked to the nurse running our simulation to tell us what we would be hearing on a more alive patient. She turned to us and in a wonderful, thick British accent said, "You're gonna hear a murmur." To which a classmate looked at me with actual terror in his eyes and said, "What's a murmur?" I burst into laughter, and little did I know that this would be the beginning of a strange humiliation ritual that is being a third and fourth year medical student. From preceptors responding to your text that you crafted for hours, asking where and when to meet them for your first day, with just a thumbs up emoji and nothing else, to struggling to read a doctor's mind as they ask you poorly worded questions that they already know the answer to, and you're on your 14th cholecystectomy of the week. Medical school is full of moments where the only thing you can do is laugh at yourself and really just move on. I don't expect residency to be much different for us, but I guess only time and my continued inability to read the minds of my attendings will tell. If laughter is the best medicine, and we have been charged by the A.T. Still himself to be kind of good at this whole medicine thing, then we should be pretty good at finding humor amidst humiliation and stress, right? Sometimes medicine doesn't exactly have you jumping for joy. So when considering how to inject joy into the rat race that is residency, I decided to turn to the experts themselves, actual rats. Specifically, rats that participated in one of my all-time favorite scientific studies titled, "Enriching Environment Exposure Accelerates Rodent Driving Skills," in which a neuroscientist who was studying how better living conditions would impact rats' participation in scientific studies noticed that her rats seemed especially interested in toy cars that she made for them from old cereal boxes. So she did what any good scientist would do and immediately canceled her current experiment and crafted complex robotic cars complete with bumper stickers and gas pedals that the rats could drive themselves. The rats were immediately hooked and found so much joy in their new license on life that they began to exhibit symptoms of euphoria previously only seen in rats that were participating in studies involving hypnotic drugs and opioids. When a high-value reward, an entire Fruit Loop, was presented to rats, they would choose to backtrack to drive their cars through a time-consuming maze to get to the Fruit Loop instead of just walking forward and eating the Fruit Loop outright. At this point, you might be thinking to yourself, "Taylor, I'm not a rat in a cage, and some giant hand isn't going to present me with a cereal boxcar and some Fruit Loops." To which I would argue that there will be a moment in the future where medical training will make you feel like a rat in a cage. We all have a Fruit Loop, and we all have a choice. Maybe your Fruit Loop is your family, a future fellowship, finishing residency, or simply just surviving the day. You can choose to put your little rat snout down and trudge forward to your Fruit Loop, or you can get behind the wheel of your cereal box car and have a little fun along the way. Laugh with yourself, with your patients, your co-residents, and at very carefully selected times, even maybe your attendings. Find things in your life that will be your cereal box car, whether that be hobbies, keeping track of positive patient encounters and skills you've succeeded in, or the family and friends you surround yourself with along the way. So as we enter the rat race of residency, my hope for you, for one last time, student doctors, new colleagues, and forever friends, is that you find a reason to get behind a wheel of joy and laughter and enjoy what is sometimes a very humiliating drive. And for those of you that are staying in the state of Washington, I hope your cereal boxes have really good car insurance. It was my honor to be with you guys for the last 4 years. I can't wait to see where you go. I love you all very much, and I'm so proud of you. Thank you.
Candidates for the degree of Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine, please stand. Chair Van Nortwick, President Middleman, Provost Fullerton, Dr. Bono, faculty, honored guests, families, and friends. Based on the recommendation of the esteemed faculty, it is my pleasure and privilege as the Dean and Chief Academic Officer of the College of Osteopathic Medicine to present these candidates for the conferral of their Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Skandalis. As president of the university and upon the recommendation of the faculty and the Dean of the College of Osteopathic Medicine, and by the authority vested in me by the Pacific Northwest University of Health Sciences Board of Trustees and by the state of Washington, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining hereto. Doctors, please proceed to the stage to be hooded.
First time in my life not being last in line. Dr. Jillian Zalinardo, Internal Medicine, Legacy Salmon Creek, Vancouver, Washington. Dr. Trista Don Blago, Family Medicine, Alaska Family Medicine in Anchorage, Alaska.
Dr. Morgan Holko, Internal Medicine, Providence, WSU, Everett, Washington.
Dr. Shinri Bell, Pathology, Tufts, Boston, Massachusetts.
Dr. Cecilia Oakes, Emergency Medicine, St. Agnes Medical Center, Fresno, California.
Dr. Emma Oakes, Family Medicine at Spokane Teaching Health Clinic in Spokane, Washington.
Dr. Alexandria Ohm, Pediatrics, Full Circle Health, Boise, Idaho. Dr. Caitlin Smith-McGregor, Internal Medicine and Pediatrics at Geisinger in Danville, Pennsylvania.
Dr. Ryan C., Psychiatry, UCLA Kern in Bakersfield, California.
Dr. Ryan Kelly, Internal Medicine, St. Joseph Medical Center in Tacoma, Washington.
Dr. Hung Lei, specializing in psychiatry at Pine Rest Mental Health Services in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Dr. Cindy Wing, Family Medicine, Dignity Health Dominican Hospital, Santa Cruz, California.
Dr. Lynette Trueblood, Family Medicine in Lancaster General Hospital in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Dr. Alejandra Perez, Emergency Medicine at Henry Ford Jackson in Jackson, Michigan.
Dr. Saba Runyon, Internal Medicine, Trios Health, Kennewick, Washington.
Dr. Gagindi Pry, Family Medicine, Swedish Medical Center, Seattle, Washington.
Dr. Hannah Prakasam, Family Medicine, East Pierce Family Medicine, Puyallup, Washington.
Dr. Ratka Galiot, Family Medicine, East Pierce Family Medicine in Puyallup, Washington.
Dr. Shalise Denayan, General Surgery, Arrowhead Regional in Colton, California.
Dr. Catherine Easton, Family Medicine, Skagit Regional Health, Mount Vernon, Washington.
Dr. Raquel Dawood, Family Medicine, East Pierce Family Medicine, Puyallup, Washington.
Dr. Daria Connor, Emergency Medicine, University of Pennsylvania Medical Center, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Dr. Maro Kadri, Psychiatry at the University of Mississippi in Jackson, Mississippi.
Dr. Brittany Plummer, Internal Medicine, Wright-Patterson Medical Center in Dayton, Ohio.
Dr. Mason Please, Pediatrics, Sashek in San Antonio, Texas.
Dr. Nolan Carroll, General Surgery, Keesler Air Force Base, Mississippi.
Dr. Tanner Chase, Orthopedic Surgery, Naval Medical Center, San Diego, California.
I'm gonna do this for my parents first. 周生豪医生，普通外科 William Beaumont 陆军医院 ，Dr. 申浩洲，General Surgery William Beaumont Army Medical Center, El Paso, Texas.
Dr. Andrew Wright, Family Medicine, Madigan Army Medical Center at Joint Base Lewis McChord, Washington.
Dr. Joshua Vandermartin, Neurology, Joint Base Lewis McChord at Madigan Army Medical Center, Joint Base Lewis McChord, Washington.
Dr. James Shab, Family Medicine at Womack Army Medical Center, Fort Bragg, North Carolina.
Dr. Seth Eric Cuevisto, Pathology, Walter Reed National Military Medical Center, Bethesda, Maryland.
Dr. Kiana Chinin, Pediatrics at Tripler Army Medical Center in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Dr. Milad Karami, Internal Medicine, Keck, University of Southern California, Los Angeles, California.
Dr. Nicholas Carter, Emergency Medicine at University of Arizona in Tucson.
Dr. Sarah Fun, Emergency Medicine at the University of Arizona in Tucson.
Dr. Mitchell Lopes, Anesthesiology at UT Health Houston in Houston, Texas.
Dr. Jason Nguyen, Family Medicine at Riverside Community Hospital in Riverside, California.
Dr. Aditya Mamtora, Community Health Center, Tacoma, Washington. Family Medicine.
Dr. Joel Casey Stark, Family Medicine at Virginia Mason, Bremerton, Washington.
Dr. Luke Thorne, Psychiatry, Health One, Aurora, Colorado.
Dr. Joshua Allred, Family Medicine, Full Circle Health, Caldwell, Idaho.
Dr. Anna Chang, Pathology, USC, Los Angeles, California.
Dr. Jocelyn Johnson, Internal Medicine, Virginia Mason, Seattle, Washington.
Dr. Minerva Lin, Family Medicine, Sutter Health, Santa Rosa, California.
Dr. Sam Hoy, Emergency Medicine, Desert Regional Medical Center in the Palm Springs of California.
Dr. Joanne Tran in pathology at OHSU in Portland, Oregon.
Dr. Ashley Kwan, family medicine at Valley Medical Center in Renton, Washington.
Dr. Jordan King, physical medicine and rehabilitation, Mayo Clinic, Rochester, Minnesota.
Dr. Lauren Alo, obstetrics and gynecology, Corewell Health in Farmington Hills, Michigan. Dr. Jordan Green Ray, emergency medicine, Ochsner Clinic Foundation, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Dr. Jesse Coy, Quintanilla, internal medicine, University of Arizona in Tucson.
Dr. Catherine Arlant, pediatrics, WSU in Spokane, Washington.
Dr. Jen Mickelson, Dartmouth, New Hampshire, in emergency medicine.
Dr. Emily Simmons, family medicine, Kootenai Health, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Dr. Kelsey Schott, pediatrics, Washington State University, Spokane.
Dr. Anna Anderson Hill, family medicine, University of Arizona, Tucson.
Dr. Tejani Leonardi, emergency medicine, University of Toledo, Toledo, Ohio.
Dr. Sora Freisinger, pediatrics at Washington State University in Spokane, Washington.
Dr. Marialia Haflinger, family medicine at Valley Medical Center in Renton, Washington.
Dr. Haley Michael Fisher, emergency medicine, Lakeland Regional Health in Lakeland, Florida.
Dr. Son Huynh, family medicine, East Pierce Family Medicine in Puyallup, Washington.
Dr. Ashish Labru, emergency medicine at Abrazo, Goodyear, Arizona.
Hard to top that. Dr. Christian Pash, diagnostic radiology, Virginia Commonwealth University, Richmond, Virginia.
Dr. Gleb Oligovich Sitch, family medicine, Providence St. Peter in Olympia, Washington.
Dr. Jan Jimenez, pediatrics at Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Dr. Jonathan Lesser, psychiatry, Samaritan Health Services, Corvallis.
Oregon.
Thank you. Dr. Gavin Kremian, Urology Research Fellowship at the University of Louisville in Louisville, Kentucky.
Dr. Taylor Siebenman, internal medicine prelim year at Maimonides Medical Center in Brooklyn, New York.
Dr. Schaefer Polidchuk, Cardiothoracic Surgery, Zucker School of Medicine at Hofstra Northwell, Long Island, New York.
Dr. Alex Downs, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Oklahoma State University, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dr. Jessica Ruffing Downs, Family Medicine, Oklahoma State University, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dr. Austin Ivanovich, Anesthesiology at Texas Tech University in Lubbock, Texas.
Dr. Fisher Summers, Pediatrics, Akron Children's, Akron, Ohio.
In December, Dr. Gary Scott Brown, applying Match 2027 Family Medicine.
Dr. Brianna Wade in Family Medicine, going to University of Wyoming in Casper, Wyoming.
Dr. Jennifer Reinmuth Birch, Family Medicine, Maine Dartmouth Family Medicine Residency, Augusta, Maine.
Dr. Matt Kirsch, Family Medicine, Midwestern University, Kingman, Arizona.
Dr. Michael Yakub, Internal Medicine, Virginia Mason Franciscan Health, St. Joe's Medical Center, Tacoma, Washington.
Dr. Joseph Mullen, Orthopedic Surgery, Henry Ford Genesis, Grand Blanc, Washington, or Michigan.
Dr. Jonathan Mangum, Internal Medicine, Oklahoma State University, Tulsa, Oklahoma. My name is Dr. Jonah Patrick Quick, Family Medicine, and I'm going to In His Image Family Medicine Residency in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dr. Emily Nelson, applying for Match 2027.
Dr. Allison Markin, Family Medicine, the Spokane Teaching Health Center in Spokane, Washington.
Dr. Carly Trogstad, Family Medicine, Kootenai Health, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Dr. Rachel Simmons,
Family Medicine, Kootenai Health, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Dr. Savannah Van Wagers, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Henry Ford St. John in Detroit, Michigan.
Dr. Zane Van Wager, Internal Medicine, Corewell Health, Royal Oak, Michigan.
Dr. Kyle Oburn, General Surgery, Henry Ford Genesis, Grand Blanc, Michigan.
Dr. Joe Compo, Emergency Medicine, Henry Ford Wyandotte, Michigan.
Dr. Caitlin Bonney, Family Medicine, Central Washington Family Medicine, Yakima, Washington.
Dr. Scott Brown, Emergency Medicine at Case Western Reserve University Hospitals in Cleveland, Ohio.
Dr. Andrew Hopper, Emergency Medicine, University of Illinois, College of Medicine in Peoria, Illinois.
Dr. Trevor Duncan, Emergency Medicine, Disney World, Florida.
Dr. Julian Putnam, Emergency Medicine, Arrowhead Regional Medical Center, Colton, California.
Dr. Jorge Chalit Hernandez, Psychiatry at the University of Colorado in Aurora, Colorado.
Dr. Munif Chaudhary, Family Medicine, Valley Medical Center at Renton, Washington.
Dr. Chantam Dominic Nguyen, Family Medicine, Providence St. Peter's Hospital in Olympia, Washington.
Dr. Sai Prabhakar, Family Medicine, UCSF, Fresno, California.
Dr. Bradley Mahoney, Internal Medicine, Legacy Emmanuel Medical Center, Portland, Oregon.
Dr. Nicholas Lai, Family Medicine with Virginia Mason Franciscan Health in Bremerton, Washington.
Dr. Brendan Tate, General Surgery, Oklahoma State University, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dr. Caitlin Collette, General Surgery, Gunderson Lutheran, La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Dr. Samantha Williams Turner, applying OBGYN in Match 27.
Dr. Abby Bradley, Emergency Medicine, University of Nebraska Medical Center, Omaha, Nebraska.
Dr. Israel Shakely, Psychiatry, Michigan State University, East Lansing, Michigan.
Dr. Fabiola Ayala Cardona, Family Medicine, University of Central Florida, HCA Hospital in Ocala, Florida.
Dr. Sarah Mae Kamensky, Pediatrics at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas in Las Vegas, Nevada.
All right, Doctora Griselda Yanez, Family Medicine, Harbor, UCLA, and Torrance, California.
Dr. Anna Riddell, Neuromusculoskeletal Medicine, Charleston Area Medical Center, and actually out of Lewisburg, West Virginia.
Dr. Benjamin Wohlers, Pediatrics, University of New Mexico in Albuquerque.
Dr. Trisha Kapila, Internal Medicine at Washington State University in Everett, Washington.
Dr. Gumbir Gill, OHSU Hillsborough Medical Center in Hillsborough, Oregon.
Dr. Joseph Peterson, Internal Medicine, St. Joseph's Medical Center, Tacoma, Washington.
Dr. Mackenzie Daniel, Internal Medicine at Honor Health in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Dr. Dakota Colby, Health One, Skyridge in Lone Tree, Colorado.
Dr. Jake Shaneyfelt, Internal Medicine, Creighton University in Phoenix, Arizona.
Dr. Logan Kexey, Internal Medicine, University of New Mexico in Albuquerque.
Hi, Mom. I did it. Dr. James Okubo, Family Medicine, St. Peter Family Medicine, Olympia, Washington.
Dr. Cheeto Chache Chikwava, Internal Medicine, Benefice Hospital, Great Falls, Montana. And I am honored to be hooded by my mom, Dr. Rudo Mbai.
Dr. Andrew Lanou, Family Medicine, Spokane, Washington, Spokane Teaching Health Center. I'm honored to be hooded by my brother, Dr. Philip Lanou.
Dr. Elizabeth Messner, I'll be doing pathology at the University of California, Davis. I'm super excited to be hooded by my dad, Dr. Eric Messner.
Dr. Gunnar Jepson, transitional year at Campbell University in Conway, South Carolina. And I have the honor to be hooded by my oldest brother and PNW alumni, Dr. Tucker Jepson.
I am Dr. Cole Sander, Internal Medicine, University of Arizona, Tucson, and I have the honor to be hooded by my mother, Dr. Margaret Hubbard.
Hi, Dr. Fallon Cassidy. I'll be doing internal medicine at Virginia Mason St. Joe's in Tacoma, Washington, and I have the honor and privilege to be hooded by my father, Dr. Eric Cassidy.
Dr. Luke Martin, internal medicine in Great Falls, Montana, being hooded by my dad, Dr. Brian Martin.
Dr. Ryan Salzman, emergency medicine, Swedish Hospital in Chicago, Illinois, and I have the honor to be hooded by my father, Dr. Steven Salzman.
Atika Singh, internal medicine, going to Virginia Mason St. Joseph Medical Center in Tacoma, Washington. Honored to be hooded by my sister-in-law, Dr. Shravani Penumarty.
Dr. Simran Brar, internal medicine, Providence Sacred Heart, Spokane, Washington, and I will be hooded by my parents, Dr. Gamdur and Harpal Brar.
I'm Dr. Jerome Higbee, family medicine at Quinnipiac University in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and I am honored to be hooded by my sister, Dr. Dana Saunders.
I'm Dr. Haley Glantz, obstetrics and gynecology at the University of New Mexico in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm honored to be hooded by my husband-to-be, Dr. Eric Schnell.
Salam. My name is Dr. Aryan Sotude. I will be going to internal medicine at Roseville, California, at Sutter Roseville Medical Center. I'm honored to have my father, Baba, here on stage with me, Dr. Mahyar Sotude.
Dr. Basil Dahan, pediatrics, Phoenix Children's Hospital, Phoenix, Arizona. I'm honored to be hooded by my dad, Dr. Mazen Dahan.
Dr. David Kim, physical medicine and rehabilitation, UC Davis, Sacramento, California. I have the honor of being hooded by my brother, Sean Kim.
Dr. Kara Stanfield, and I family medicine, Trios Health in Kennewick, Washington, and I have the honor of being hooded today by my husband, Dr. Josh Stanfield, PNW, class of 2021.
Doctora Andrea Velarde Beltran, emergency medicine. I have the honor of having my husband hood me today, Dr. Ivan Beltran.
I'm Dr. Sage Chase. I will be going into internal medicine at Billings Clinic in Billings Clinic, Montana, and I have the great honor and privilege of being hooded by my older brother, Dr. Cadis Chase.
Dr. Tucker Nixon, going into emergency medicine at Maine Medical Center, and I'm going to be hooded by my older brother, Dr. Colby Nixon.
Hi, my name is Acacia Dasher. I'm matched in medicine and psychiatry at Southern Illinois University in Springfield, Illinois. And my guest hooder is my fellow student doctor, or I guess real doctor now, Torrin Crockett, who's my husband.
Dr. Torrin Crockett, internal medicine, Southern Illinois University in Springfield, Illinois. I have the honor of being hooded by my wife and best friend, Acacia Dasher, Dr. Acacia Dasher.
Yeah. I've got to present them. Oh, okay. I bet you're wondering where they all went. Well, thank you for joining us. It's an exciting time, and that was a lot of fun. So it was with great pride and joy I present to you on behalf of PNWU the Osteopathic Medicine class of 2026. Everybody here, please stay seated. Is that all you got? When I said When I said, "Is that all you got?" I was really only kidding. Now, doctors, please prepare to take the osteopathic physician's oath. The osteopathic oath is a contemporary version of the oath of Hippocrates. It affirms values central to all physicians and surgeons. Would the physicians on the platform party please stand? Now, doctors, if you would please repeat after me. I state your name. Hereby affirm my loyalty to the profession I am about to enter. I will be mindful always of my great responsibility to preserve the health and the life of my patients. To retain their confidence and respect both as a physician and a friend. Who will guard their secrets with scrupulous honor and fidelity. To perform faithfully my professional duties. To employ only those recognized methods of treatment consistent with good judgment and with my skill and ability, keeping in mind always nature's laws and the body's inherent capacity for recovery. I will be ever vigilant in aiding in the general welfare of the community. Sustaining its laws and institutions. Not engaging in those practices which will in any way bring shame or discredit upon myself or my profession. I will give no drugs for deadly purposes to any person, though it be asked of me. I will endeavor to work in accord with my colleagues in a spirit of progressive cooperation. And never by word or by act cast imputations upon them or on their rightful practices. I will look with respect and esteem upon all those who have taught me my art. To my college, I will be loyal. To my college, I will be loyal. And strive always for its best interests and for the interests of the students who will come after me. I will be ever alert to further the application of basic biologic truths to the healing arts. And to develop the principles of osteopathy, which were first enunciated by Andrew Taylor Still. In the presence of this gathering, I bind myself to this oath. Congratulations, doctors.
Good afternoon. I am Adam Story, the Vice President of University Relations at PNWU. On behalf of the Pacific Northwest University of Health Sciences Alumni Association, it is my privilege to officially welcome the class of 2026 into the PNWU alumni family. PNWU graduates are known for service, compassion, resilience, and a commitment to caring for communities that are too often overlooked. Our alumni association is new, and it's growing, and it's imperfect. It's a little bit like PNW in that way. It's a community. It is a network of people who understand the long nights, the sacrifices, the clinical rotations, the uncertainty, and the purpose that brought you all here. The truth is, in many ways, the future reputation and impact of PNWU now rests in part with each of you. The communities you serve will know this university through your character. Future students will discover PNWU through your example, and future graduates will benefit from your support and engagement that you choose to give back. So now this support and engagement does not require grand gestures. Sometimes it's mentoring a student, sometimes it's taking a call from a future graduate looking for guidance, it's returning to campus, precepting students, and advocating for healthcare in underserved areas. What makes PNW special has never been the buildings or even the programs. It's the people. This shared belief that healthcare can and should be received in every community. So as you begin your next chapter, I encourage you to remain connected to each other and to this university. Class of 2026, congratulations on all you have accomplished. Welcome to the Alumni Association, and welcome to the next chapter of your PNW story. Thank you. So that's the end of our ceremony today. As we conclude, we ask everybody to please remain in your seats until the platform party, the faculty, and most importantly, these current PNW alumni have been let out of the theater. Congratulations again, class of 2026. This commencement now stands adjourned. Thank you.